The first thing that you'll see after leaving the visitor center and walking straight down is the beautiful Earth Lodge, which was finally unearthed and excavated in 1938. Now, the Earth Lodge, I always like to compare these lodges, and the one behind me is very unique, but I like to compare them to ones that I saw in Europe. This one I'll compare to the Hill of Terra. Now, during the equinox, or the solstice, I forget which, the Hill of Terra has an opening which is kind of curved on the inside with a low roof, so you would have to crawl to get inside of it. On top of that, the sun during the equinox is the only time of year, but it comes right through the center, and the sun right now is right up over this direction, and the opening is right here, so it has a perfect view to the sunrise on the east. It would come through the center and light up an altar. And this is sort of a lighting up of a spiritual place that only happens once a year. It would have taken immense spiritual significance. At the same time, this Earth Lodge does seem to be some sort of a feminine fertility symbol mixed with masculine. So I judge this by the fact that the lodge itself looks like a womb. It's a large, almost round type structure. It's circular as compared to the square mounds that are near it, and it's also located right next to a river running water, a very feminine symbol. And then you have within different areas, you do have more masculine symbols. The idea of light penetrating down the hallway and striking an altar is a more masculine thing, because traditionally, you know, round shapes, the moon, running water, that's more feminine. The sun and trees and, you know, hardness, that's for men. And so the mound behind me has a more interesting interior, but we can't get inside of it. And I do believe a lot of it is more reconstructed. They layered over it so it wouldn't degrade with time. But there's a beautiful eagle, and this eagle forms near the entrance. There's 3 seats on the eagle which are elevated. These would have been for the most important members of society here. And around in a circular pattern are 47 seats, bringing it to a total of 50. Now, the 3 seats on the eagle has a forked eye symbol, which is an incredibly, again, sacred to the people who built this. And on top of that, the Creek were the people who kind of claimed descendant from this. They are called the Ocmulgee, although they kind of claim this as their ancestral homeland, which it was. They are descendants, and it was a 17,000-year lineage, ending most recently with the Creek, or with the Ocmulgee. And they claim that they came from the west, you know, from far to the west, and that they sat down here. And there is precedence for this, because the Pawnee tribe made very similar earthen lodges. Now, if you walk around the southern ceremonial complex, if you walk around the woodland area down here, and you see the southern Mississippian culture, especially towards the bottom of the valley, because they would follow the rivers from the Appalachia area. I mean, we also saw the other mounds up more towards Helen, Georgia. But as you come down here, the culture gradually changed. And it wasn't a united culture as some people like to portray it, but it was sort of a group of chiefdoms, and the one here at Ocmulgee was entirely different. It had different cultures, but a lot of the religious aspects of it were the same. The use of the eagle, the use of the mound, the use of the sort of chiefdom structure. Here we have evidence at the seating, which was permanent, of sort of a most likely traditional clan type structure whereby 47 people would be sitting around 3 main guys. And in the center of it we have burnt charcoal, which dates from 1015. So we know that this was several hundred years, 500 years before Columbus came, and we also know that it was an incredibly important part of this ceremonial complex, which I'll explore now.